Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Plat. Purplatypus is the name, and really quick before we jump into the video, just want to say thank you to each and every one of my patrons. If you're interested in getting ripped off, if you're interested in becoming one of my patrons, please visit patreon.com/Purplatypus for more information. Anyway, let's jump into the video. Hey there everybody, welcome back with the Plat. Purplatypus is the name, and today we are doing a unit review for Carver. And unlike my recent unit reviews where we have to go into the scout shop and look it around, this is a unit for free to everybody. So we actually get to look at the unit itself. Crazy in a unit review, but it wouldn't be a unit review without having him dance first. Let's see if he has a dance. He's got a cool punch yell. Let's see if he has another animation here. We'll give it one more time because that's a long animation, but you know, like, it's fun to see other things. We'll just assume that's his only one for now. If you have another hidden secret one, let us know. Anyway, we're going to do a unit review for Carver here. As you can see, fully awakened, level 120. Yes, I did already get him maxed out. So I might be a little quieter. It is 1 a.m. right now. I stayed up late to make this video just for you guys. So please like, comment, share, all that stuff. Or even better than like, commenting, and sharing, watch another video. If you watch this, do me a favor, watch my Super Auto Pets videos, watch my SMT streams, you know, something else that you might like as well. That's the best way to support me. Also, that's that. Let's continue on with the review. So, 1200 HP. This is no equipment, by the way. So this is not going to be effectively, this is the base, right? So here's the base stats. That's what we're going to review him with. Then I'll equip him. We'll go into a fight, and whether or not the fight actually shows off his capabilities, it will be questionable. We're just going to do the boss troll fight or whatever, but it'll let you see his stuff and his moves and kind of get a little bit of a feel at the very least. And if it's worth it to you to max him out, which I think it is. It is 2 orbs though, so that is a lot. This guy, the thing is, instead of a free A unit, a free S unit is way more expensive to rank up in terms of our limited resources, right? You need the new hero crystals, you need 2 orbs, which are still not as hard to come by as they were, but they're definitely not the most abundant resource. But 1205 HP on mine, that is pretty darn good. That's actually like a lot, and mostly because he has 467 defense. That is really high defense. Can we compare him to, like, can we just go here on the defense scale between all units? At least all units that I have. Like, he's not at the very tippity top, but he is kind of like, even right, the #1 unit in the game for defense, almost 522, right? If we equip this guy with something, like, who knows, he probably could get above that. It might be a little bit close, but if we give him like some dope ass armor, like it gets up to 510, right? So he gets up to being not the highest defense in the game, but like he has a lot of HP and very high defense. Most importantly, he has about 400 more HP than our good old friend Stone Golem here. How is this guy's defense so high right now? 557? It must be like that sword or something, and it's a good equipment anyway, but very good defense. I really like that. 516 attack. Again, I kind of like that I have this unit maxed out because I can now kind of rank him compared to like the other shit, right? Like his attack, look at, he's almost in the exact same spot in attack, and it's funny enough, Killing Machine's in the same spot too, as he was before, and Halberd Source is up there as well. But very high attack. Obviously, again, not the greatest in the game, but still, this is a very powerful ability. Very great HP, great attack, great defense, bad agility, but it's not that bad, you know. It's still like within the realm of okay. And so stats wise, I think this guy's fantastic. We go to our resistances, we got heavy sizz, heavy crack. That's like, you know, fine. I don't really care too much about that. Immune to sleep, that's pretty sick. Weak to blind and weak to confusion. Those, I mean, they're not, obviously they're not ideal, but they're not that big of a deal either. I think the stun half resistance and the immunity to sleep and even the physical lock half resistance is pretty good. If you do end up using this unit for arena, you're going to be facing a lot of King She Slimes, and King She Slime does have a chance to physically lock units, so having to resist there is not completely irrelevant, although it's unlikely to affect it too much. So as for his hero power, hero family defense by 30%, I think that's kind of shit, but there are going to be some very specific fights where you really want this probably. Like, this guy doesn't have a cover option, like ability, but with an already high defense, get an additional 30%. Like, there might be some fights where you're already trying to sap the enemy to get their attack just a little bit lower, where instead maybe that 30% is what you want. Instead of more damage is more defense. It's definitely not unusable, but it's typically not what I'm looking for, but it is kind of nice to have anyway. He just doesn't need to be a leader though most of the time. The MP, actually, we'll take a look at the MP compared to his abilities in a second here. I actually don't remember that, but he gets this at Awakening 1, you get Stay Alert when attacking with a spell. I think that's kind of bad wording. What this really means is that when you use an ability, right, as long as you don't auto attack, whenever you use an ability, I believe I think physical ability, I've only had it trigger off the martial ability that he has, but rarely you get it just straight up heal, and it heals a lot, by the way. So sometimes it just heals the full. It's not as consistent as I would like, but it's still really good. And then the movement +1, I personally dislike that. Like, obviously I want the movement, but I don't like that it's implemented in that way. But he does have 3 movement, so you know it's good. And also, let's just jump into the abilities. What is going on here? It's getting super slow. Macho Focus, reduce damage by 15% for the user. I wonder if we can actually, again, it's cool because we're here. We could go look at this and we could just see, hypothetically, what is this at level 10, right? It only gets the MP cost down. I was hoping it would increase the reduced damage percent. It doesn't. Reducing damage by 15% is weird to me. It's the only thing that sets this apart from a lot of other abilities I feel like that are similar to this. I think this could have used an additional buff. It's not a bad ability, right? But I think it could have used a little more love to be a little bit cooler for what it is. But again, it's like a decent ability. Not terrible at all. It won't ever have a chance to heal you though, because you have to attack with a spell, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, here we go. And this is the ability, honestly, I use this ability more than any other ability that he's had so far. This is just going to get cheaper and stronger. Deals major bang type martial damage. This is doing pretty good damage. We'll get an idea because again, enemies' defenses don't matter. So when we go into the fight, you'll see how much damage this does at +0. But then it moves you up 2 spaces. It just does pretty good damage, right? Even if the enemy has really high defense, Marshall doesn't care about that. His low agility does mean he can miss a little bit with it, but I haven't had him miss with it yet, so that's only like in theory he can miss with it more. Still, this attack's been pretty impressive. The major bang type damage does feel noticeable, but this is probably what you're going to end up doing. It's boring. This is just a physical attack, but it does go up to 420%. So it is just a good, strong, typeless hit. Not bad at all. In fact, I would say this is pretty good. This is like, is this like a crackle slash? Probably. 420% hashtag lit, you know, that's a good amount. He's got good attack to back it up, so it's like good. So all these abilities are like good, but none of them are like crazy, right? Like he's not like, holy shit, this ability's nuts. They're all just like, oh, these are all solid, and he's a very solid unit. He's way better than the worst S ranks, but he's not nearly as good as the best S ranks. Is kind of where I'd put this guy. But he's free. So let's take a look here. If we get this up to +10, 468 potency physical damage to all enemies in area of effect. So this is kind of like a weird, what, you know, the King She Slime attack where it knocks everything back 3 spaces. This also knocks them back 3 spaces, but it hits way harder. The issue is a lot of times you don't want to knock things back, but that doesn't mean that this is bad. The fact that this actually does knock back, you just have to find a way to make that a positive, right? Because once that's a positive, that means this does insane damage with more upside, which is very, very good. Like if you're fighting a boss or something, you get behind him, push him into your team. I don't know exactly. It's an ability that requires a lot of build around, a lot of working around to make it work specifically, but this is potentially an insanely powerful ability. Pretty good damage, not exactly like what you want, I think, but a little bit slow, right? 3 turns needed, only usable once. It's not that much stronger than his normal attack, but there is going to be times where this is a really, really good ability, especially when you're able to just straight up kill things, multiple things at the same time. So overall abilities are pretty good, stats are pretty good. I think this is like a very good traditional middle of the line unit, S unit, you know. I'm not blown away with him by any stretch, but also I do think he seems pretty good. Let's go versus Great Troll, unless Great Troll resists Bang. Let's take a look. Do you all resist Bang? You don't. This should be fine. All right, so we're gonna send this guy in. You could be the leader, and we're gonna try to use only him for the whole fight. I do have the I don't have the videos made yet because I didn't record it, but I did beat very hard on the new level of the new Sorrow's Peak type thing. Which is, you know, it wasn't that hard, but so it wasn't nearly as hard as Very Hard Sorrow's Peak, but there's a 4th level called EX that I didn't know about, and that is going to be quite, I think that's going to kick my ass. That one's going to be hard, but I'll have the videos coming out for Very Hard soon. All right. Everyone, you just get back. Everyone get back. You're only here just to give him moral support, because if he dies, I don't want to lose the fight. Why? Because I don't like losing. I like winning, but I like winning in style. Also, I recommend everyone use Dragon Lord more. All right, let's take a look. How much HP do these guys have? 1,991. So you can see here, this is I'm actually kind of interested how much this hits for, but I want to use Macho Focus. Physical potency and effect. So I don't think this will actually affect the I don't even think this will affect this, but I'm you know what? Let's just see how much damage this does. 522, and then he healed himself. So 522 is pretty low, but let's keep in mind this is without Brilliant. So 522 base. Wow. Look at that. Good luck. So 522 base, and that's at the that's at plus 0%. So at plus 50%, that's going to be closer to like 760, you know, if you get that ability to plus 10. And then obviously on Brilliant, it's going to be significantly more than that even. So he's not quite one-shotting these guys. He's so close. This ability's strong, but his punch is actually already stronger. I think next turn he's going to be able to use his Mucho Focus. So I'm going to see if we can come down here and get it ready to do a big hit with his AoE. We're going to move you out of the way. Hopefully this guy just attacks our boyo here, the Great Saber Cat. Yeah, that's what we want. Seer. Oh, teach us a lesson. We're so sorry. This guy's going to come down. We're actually only going to be able to hit... No, we'll be able to hit 3. We're not going to be able to hit the Great Saber Cat if we want to hit the 2 in the back, though. All right, you stay right there. All right, now we'll be able to get a full-on slow animation of this. Let's go. Oh, baby. Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's see what we do here damage-wise. Oh. This is a big old DBZ punch. That hit for 1,200. That's no joke. All right, let's let him finish the fight. I think he could solo this. He's almost out of mana, actually, though. But to be fair, he has been using abilities every turn. I wonder, actually, like, what's this guy's attack at, even with that double up? It's at 698. I think he could handle that. I mean, I might get him killed here, but also it's kind of like, whatever. Oh, that guy's actually got HP. We're just going to do this. Speed it up a little bit. Now we're just being frivolous here. Yeah, go. Actually, you do want to attack with this if you can, because you want a chance to heal. Boink. No heal there, but that's okay. I want to see how much damage this does. This attack can kill people. Only 535. Wow. I mean, that's like a lot. Don't get me wrong, but is it really that much? Not really, honestly. Not when you have 1,200 HP. That guy's got crazy defense. His attack's a little bit low right now, but it's mostly these potencies are a little bit low, right? This is going to go up to 420%, so it's got another 126% to go, which would really help out that damage. But yeah, overall, I think he's quite good. Very, like, it is kind of sad because I do find him very middle of the line. But like middle of the line for an S unit is really good. So he's probably better than most, if not all, of the free A units we've gotten, even the best A units in the game. But he's obviously more in the middle line, and when it comes to overall S's, only because like if you're taking things like right, like, am I gonna strictly rank them? Probably, maybe not. But let's give a couple that are worse and a couple that are better, right? Rank, please. Like, he's so much better than a Stark. It's not even close. That's a joke. I understand. But it's a meme that I dislike a Stark. But if you're going to compare him to things like Nightclubber, Highbird, sorry, Highbird, you know I love you, Hell Gladiator, you know, like Archdemon, Great Troll, Dread Dragon, like these things are all kind of like dookie. And he's way better than those. But if you are going to compare him to things like Sorrow, Zoma, I think even Dragon Lord, I don't think he's quite holding up, and obviously he's not like a Seraphid level. But he definitely, I think he falls right into that middle range. He's probably kind of closer to probably like a maybe Killing Machine, White King, Royal Reptile. I think he's somewhere in that range kind of like units. Either way though, I do think he's very good. I do think you should probably max him out. It's typically going to be better to use your orbs on a fully awakened S unit as opposed to a unit that you have one awaken on that you just want to get to max, because they're probably pretty good. This guy is going to have a lot more stats in general just from all those awakenings, and he's going to have the resistances, and he's going to have the passives. Also, if you guys weren't aware how to max him out, it's going to be right here. You have to complete these awakening missions. You have 50 days to do it. We just some of us just went hardcore and did them fast. The only thing that was holding me back was the very hard. I thought that would be kind of difficult to do. It turns out it really wasn't. Again, I will make those videos soon, and they're not going to be strictly guides. They're just going to be showing you how I made it. But after you get through that, you unlock the new difficulty, the EX difficulty, which I am not envious of. This one's going to be so fucking hard. Maybe it's probably going to be super hard. It was the other ones were like already very hard. Was already like reasonably hard. It took several attempts each time, and I was like, this is the perfect difficulty for the game. I remember thinking that. I'm like, very hard is the perfect difficulty. It wasn't so hard that I just had to have a perfect strat with perfect units, but it wasn't so easy where I could just do whatever and auto it. Like, I had to like use some strategy, some units, and I can go in and adapt and go as I go. I think when the game gets too hard, it kind of removes adapting, right? You don't adapt. You have to have a calculated perfect strategy. You don't get to figure it out as you go, because a mistake just means you know, or a mistake or a wrong move, or, you know, whatever, a non-perfect move, even not even a wrong move, just a move that isn't perfect could cause your whole team to get wiped instantly in a turn. But, you know, I don't even know why I'm talking about this right now. Guys, that was the Carver review. Thank you so much. If you guys like it, let me know down below. I'm tired. It's 1 a.m. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to make this video go live as soon as it's done being uploaded to YouTube. Hope you enjoy.